Guys, thanks for watching TFBTV. I am Joel. Today, if you haven't figured it out already, is the Sig Tread 716i review. So what I did is headed out to the range with a good buddy the other day and just wanted to run this thing through its paces. Sitting up on top, you may notice, is Sig's 1:6 low power variable optic. I'm not getting into the optic today, but this is the new one, and man, it is nice and clear and bright. You'll see some images throughout, but again, I'm not really getting into the optic as much, kind of staying on the gun, focusing on the gun. So my main goal really was to just make sure that I could zero at 100 yards, which was no problem whatsoever there. I experienced sub-MOA accuracy out of it at 100 yards. And then I wanted to try and stretch it out to 600 yards, which I'll just go ahead and let the cat out of the bag on that. As far as that's concerned, I was able to easily impact out to 600 yards with this setup. The optic being a 1:6, you're able to kind of see out there at that kind of a distance. You can't zoom in. You know, me being a precision rifle guy, you can't zoom in quite as far as I would like. I really would like a 1 or a 2:10, something like that for a DMR type gun, or even a 4.5 to 14 or something like that. But that's just because I shoot precision long range bolt actions most of the time, and I like a little bit more magnification. It's not harmful sometimes to just back out that magnification a little bit, and you don't get quite as much effect from the mirage and stuff like that. So I went ahead and zeroed, and then I started getting chronograph data for it so that I could figure out how fast my 308 rounds were going. And I used the 175 grain Fiocchi Exacta match ammo, which I have used in previous 308 rifles and videos, and it works really well. You typically get sub-MOA accuracy out of it, and did this time as well. Started stretching it out and just gathering my drop data, or dope as we call it, and no troubles hitting those distances. Fired it off a tripod, fired it from prone, fired it from behind a bench. It shot really well, guys. I did not experience any malfunctions whatsoever. It's a smooth running gun, and I am going to kind of break down some of the specifications for you, and then just tell you kind of some of my experience with it while we were running it. And then I'm going to wrap this thing up. It's going to be maybe a slightly shorter than normal video, but hopefully you can get something out of it. I really enjoyed the Sig 716i 308 Tread. Guys, before I go any further, please take a minute to check out our sponsors, Ventura Munitions and Top Gun Supply. Those guys are great. They give us a lot of support over here. Give them some love. There's links in the description below. So as we get started, I just want to mention that this 308 version is not the only tread that Sig offers. There's actually a Sig M400 tread pistol, which is your AR pistol type with a brace on it instead of a stock. You've got the Sig M400 tread, which is the 5.56 variant. Slightly different forearm on both of those, where kind of half of the forearm is solid and the last half out towards the muzzle has M-lock slots. 716i tread, the 308 that I'm reviewing today, you've got a completely free-floated, very rigid handguard that's got the M-lock slots all the way along on all sides of the handguard. This is a 308 Winchester, right, 7.62. The barrel length is 16 inches. I personally would like to see that in the 18-inch range. It doesn't really matter. It's just that it would give it a tiny bit more velocity. And when we're talking about a DMR rig, we want maybe a little more velocity to kind of buck that wind a little bit better, get a little better ballistics at longer range, those sorts of things. So maybe an 18-inch or a 20-inch barrel. They're trying to make a crossover battle rifle here that kind of serves a lot of different purposes, and I think they did a pretty good job. It includes one 20-round PMag. Obviously, this is a semi-auto. Comes with a Magpul 6-position telescopic stock. It has a two-stage matchlight duo trigger. I did not measure the pull of this trigger. My guess it is somewhere in the neighborhoods of 4.5 pounds, just from my experience running these types of guns, ARs in general, those sorts of things. It's a nice trigger, guys. The first pull is probably 2 pounds, second pull is probably 2 pounds, for a total of 4 pounds, roughly. The grip is, of course, polymer, changeable, all those sorts of things. The receiver's hard-coat anodized. The overall length of the rifle, 37 inches, width 2.5 inches, height 8 inches. It is threaded on the muzzle, 5/8 24. Comes with a little flash hider kind of a thing on the front. Accessory rails, M-lock, of course, and it's direct impingement. The overall weight was 8.5 pounds. Not quite sure what the purpose of the cutouts on the bolt is. Maybe just a little bit of lightening, weight reduction, that sort of thing. It also has the cool look factor on it. Other parts of the bolt were also kind of milled out. Looks cool. I'm not really sure. It's probably just weight reduction, though. Also came with a dual ejector for reliability, and of course it's crazy dirty from me running it. And also a properly staked gas key, as you can see here. Here you're seeing a view through the scope, really clear and bright on 1x, and as you zoom in, it stays nice and clear and bright throughout the magnification range. It is a first focal plane, which is really nice. It's got 2/10 adjustments on your elevation click value. It's got a 7.62 BDC style reticle, as you see there on the right. 1-6 variable power, really nice optic. No complaints from me whatsoever on that. It is the Tango6T 1-6. Again, the MSRP is $1,689.99. And the street price of the Sig 716i and 308 is $1,499.99. Guys, as we close out today, don't forget to check out those sponsors. Sure appreciate your support through that. Consider supporting us through Patreon. That is always helpful. There's a link below in the description to that. Give us a like and a share if you think about it. Guys, thanks for watching today. Tune in again soon for another great video from Firearm Blog TV.